hear advice, hear recommendation, hear what someone else has to say who has been there, done that. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise when? In the latter day. And the latter day is when time passes. Don't let time make you become a fool. How does time make you to become a fool? Some people got to go through stuff to understand it later on by having a shoulda, coulda, woulda moment. Some people look at life from hindsight, while wise people experience knowledge and understanding every step of the way. Don't get on the other side of your life, turn around and want to come back and do it over in the latter day. Further on up the road, God says to you, walk it off. Psalm 37 verse 23, the steps of a good man, a good woman are what? Put in place by the Lord. You'll allow God to order your steps. God cannot order the steps of a fool, because a fool doesn't have understanding. He doesn't have understanding because he doesn't have knowledge. And when you seek to expand upon your knowledge, then God says, I can work with that, because I can work with the way you're thinking. I can work with the way your heart is making decisions. But if you're absent and ignorant and you don't want to know nothing, you'll never do nothing. So wisdom is a part of discerning. You got to have some wisdom, prudence, understanding, knowledge, truth, light will help you with your discernment. I just couldn't figure out what they were saying. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, truth, knowledge, learning. Some people don't want to learn anything. I was so hurt when if I only knew what I was running into. If I only knew getting in this relationship, you could have seen it before. Knowledge, truth, light, wisdom, learning, counsel, instruction. I don't want nobody to tell me nothing. I got a head on my own body. And God says, you're going to get on the other side, turn around, and look back, and then try to look perfectly at yourself and say what you should have done. Okay? He says great discernment can happen step by step. Great discernment can happen with you going forward and progressing. Let's look at number 7. Christian discernment helps spiritual people to know good from evil. I think we're living in a time right now. We're so modern today. We got the refineries of food, finance, fashion, and facades. But it appears that we don't have any wisdom. We are not able to discern. I remember some years ago, right here in this church, over on Griggs Road in Cullen, one of our great members let somebody get out of a car and drop a pigeon on them. Dropped a pigeon on them for about $4,000 or $5,000. And I had to sit them down and have a good talk with them. Where is your wisdom? Where is your understanding? You don't let strangers talk you into going to a bank and taking your money out. You've got to have wisdom. And listen, there are a lot of people, if it's not doing that, it's a scam, it's a telephone scam. It's always a deal that sounds so good to be true, too good to be true. And if it sounds too good to be true, guess what? It ain't true. And you need to get out of there. You need to have some tenacity, some discretion. You need to have some discernment. You need to judge well. If you judge well that there's evil to the right, you need to go to the left. We who have children have told our children, if you run up on some wicked, evil, dark stuff going on, you go around or you go back or you go somewhere.